Hi everybody, Armoured Pantz here, and I thought I would do the results of the last two gold giveaways with you. That is the giveaways that come from the 5 premium tank recommendations for the Christmas event and the 5 collectible tank recommendations from the Christmas event. And you remember that you had to answer the question, the 2 stories I told you, one about the mortar shell, one about the military stopwatch, and tell me if they are an AA, Armoured Anecdote, or a PP Pants parody. So we'll do the draw in a second. Before that, let me give you the answers, right? So, firstly, this was the mortar round I showed you, and I told you that it was, in fact, a Russian mortar round that was fired during the Battle of Budapest in 1944. It was unexploded. It was found in in Budapest Castle when they were renovating it. It was then decommissioned by the Hungarian army, and then it was sold off at auction. A friend of mine picked it up in Hungary for me and then brought it to me to Prague for a birthday present one year. So that is 100% true. All of that is true. This is the presentation box it comes in. It sits in my office in that box. So this is actually an authentic Russian mortar shell from World War II, unexploded, decommissioned and made safe by the Hungarian army, and then sold along with some other ordnance and things they found at auction. And a friend of mine picked it up in an antique shop in Budapest and gave it to me for my birthday. So that is 100% true. That is an AA. That is an Armoured Anecdote. Second, we had a look at was this, right? This is the military stopwatch used by submarine commanders. I said that this was a Swiss manufactured one, Excelsior Park, manufactured between 1930 and 1939 and used by U-boat commander in the Second World War. That is a Pants parody. Most of what I said is true, but actually this particular watch was manufactured between 1950 and 1959. And it was used by a submarine commander, but it was used by a British submarine commander during the Cold War, in the pre-digital era, pre-computer era. So it is, in fact, a submarine commander's watch, but it was used by a British submarine commander in the 1950s. So that is a Pants parody. What I told you is not 100% true. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to tell you another story in a second. I need to tell me if it's an AA, Armoured Anecdote, or PP, Pants parody. But you need to be careful, right? I'm a tricky little guy, right? So I will tell you something which, 90% of it could be true, but actually ends up to be completely not true. So in this case, what I told you was very plausible and had its essence in the truth, but in fact wasn't actually 100% true. So we'll now pop off and do the random draw and pick out the 2 winners. And then I will see you guys back in a few minutes for the next gold giveaway and the next little story I'm going to tell you. Now, welcome back, guys. Oh, sorry, beforehand, I thought actually, this is going to be like, a big Christmas giveaway, I thought it'd be better if I actually changed costumes. So, yeah, I think this is better for Christmas giveaway, isn't it? Yes. Father Pants here for a second giveaway. So, what I'm going to do this time is I am going to tell you another story, and you've got to tell me if it's an AA or a PP, right? So I need to take you guys back in history a little bit to do this. So if I ask you a question, who was the last Fuhrer of Nazi Germany? A lot of you will probably say Adolf Hitler, right? The one and only Fuhrer that they had. But actually, that's not true. For the last 20 days of the Third Reich, there was another Fuhrer, and his name was Admiral Karl Dönitz. He took over after Hitler committed suicide. He wrote a book, his autobiography, called 10 Years and 20 Days. 10 years being the time that he was in charge of the Kriegsmarine, the German Navy, and the 20 days being the time that he was the president or last Fuhrer of Nazi Germany. And it was actually him that surrendered to the Allied forces, and not Hitler or one of the other more prominent Nazis. Although, of course, Donitz himself was a Nazi. Now, here's the thing. I have something to show you. And it's this. This is his autobiography. This one is in German, right? It was the language it was first published in, obviously. Here is the man himself, Karl Donitz. Now, my friend, a very good friend of mine who lives in Vienna, at the time in 1980, when he was a boy, he lived in northern Germany, in the same town or nearby to where Donitz had retired to. He had just gotten his driver's license at the time. His father was a lecturer in the university, and Donitz had been speaking at the university a couple of times, and he met him there, and he offered to drive Donitz around because Donitz was quite old at this time, and he couldn't actually get around himself. So he used to drive him around if he needed to go to the pharmacy or, you know, whatever he needed, groceries, whatever. In return for this kindness, he gave my friend Ulrich a couple of signed autobiographies. And here you see this autobiography signed by Donitz himself on the 13th of July, 1980. And this is therefore an authentic autobiography by the last Fuhrer of Germany, signed by him. So my friend Ulrich obviously knows I'm a military historian. He had a couple of signed copies. He was moving house, and he was going to lose his library that he had, so he was giving away some books. He obviously knew he could donate this to the library. He could put it on eBay or whatever and sell it. He could sell it at auction, but he actually decided that he wanted it to go to someone who would really appreciate it, particularly a historian who could use it for good use and wouldn't just sell it for the money, and it would be lost then forever to some collector. So he gave it to me, and he didn't charge me anything for it. So now myself and my brother, we have this authentic autobiography by the last Fuhrer of Germany, signed by him. Now, there's the question. Is that an anecdote, or is it a Pantz parody? Is what I told you completely true? Or, like the story with the stopwatch, is there some falsehood in there that makes it somewhat untrue? So the prize is going to be, obviously, I'm going to give away some gold. It's going to be a big present. It's going to be for Christmas. I'm going to give it away on the 23rd of December. So all you have to do is put into the comment section your server that you play on, your in-game name, and I need your Discord as well, because I need to contact the winners via Discord. Unfortunately, there are some less than honest people out there who have tried to claim prizes won by others. So we need to speak to you directly on Discord. So put your Discord in as well. I'll do a random draw. I'll contact you 23rd, and I'll give you a present. It's going to be a really, really good one. Going to be gold and a few other goodies as well. So it's going to be a really, really good Christmas present from Father Pantz. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. I hope you liked that story, because, you know, whether or not the story about the book is true, Karl Donitz himself was indeed the last Fuhrer of Nazi Germany, and something that not so many people know. Obviously, keen military historians would, but I guess for the majority of mere mortals, they wouldn't have known that. So I hope you found that useful as well. So now I guess all that remains for me to say is, pants off.